All right, what is going on, guys? So in here for another early morning leg workout, getting it started with hamstring curls. I'm going to be doing 3 sets here. I mentioned in the last video that normally I do 4 sets in my off season. Actually, I do 4 sets plus a drop set on the last set, so you could technically look at that as 5. After last week doing 3 sets, I'm just going to keep it at 3 sets for the remainder of prep. The recovery was really good. Right now, I'm not sore, and I was sore last time. So I think 3 sets here is kind of the perfect volume that I'm looking for. So 2 top sets in the 8 to 12 rep range, and then 1 set in the 12 to 15 rep range. I do have the weight gym pinned. Hopefully you can see it. I got a 25 on here. Last time I had a 10, I had 2 10s. So I added 5 pounds, and I'm gonna look to match reps, or maybe get a couple more, something along those lines of what I did last week. And then after I finish up here, I'm gonna head over to the regular gym and then do my quad workout. So we're gonna get it started right here with these hamstring curls, and I'm gonna go into my working set right now. Oh, okay. Pretty solid first set there. I don't remember how many reps I got last time, so I'll have to check my logbook to see if I beat it or not. A lot of times, I actually don't look at my logbook before going in to my sessions anymore. I used to do that, and I think there's a certain point in your lifting career where that is a good idea, because it will force you to go in there and beat those reps and give your all. But I kind of got away from that now because I found I was too hyper fixated on the logbook to the point where I would do anything to beat the reps. And that's when you start running into issues, when you do anything to beat the reps. So what I do now is I don't look at my logbook before I go in, and I just give the set my all, give it everything I have. And if I beat the reps from last week, then that's, obviously great. But I know that to do that, I'm not altering my form because I don't have this number in my head already where I'm like, no matter what, I'm beating it, I don't care. So this way I kind of feel like my progress is more true progress. So rest a little bit, and then I'll go into set number 2 here. All right, time for set number 2 here. See what we can do. Oh my. Okay. Whew. All right, solid second set. Now I'm going to drop the weight. I'll just take this 25 off and go with the stack and see what I can do there in the 12 to 15 rep range. For set number 3. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Whew. All right, so I'm not going to count that last rep because to me, that wasn't a full rep. That was more like a 3/4 or half rep. So count this as 15. Overall, really good set. I ended up doing, I think I ended up doing more than I did last week. I'm pretty sure. Either way, the set was really good. And I can tell just from the way it feels that it's productive, regardless of if I actually beat the logbook from last week or not. So I'm gonna get all my stuff together, head to the gym, get warmed up on the leg press, and then I'll see you guys for that first working set. All right, here we go. Going into my top set here. Last week, both of my sets, I did 4 plates and a quarter for my first set, 5 plates for my second set. So today what I'm gonna do is start off with 5 plates, and then I'm gonna also try my second set at 5 plates. So regardless of the numbers I hit, that will be progress on last week. So warm-ups have been feeling really good. I wanna land in the 15 to 25 rep range here. I don't really have a number in my head. I'm just gonna go until I can't go anymore. Okay, so satisfied at that set there. I like that. Felt pretty good. I would consider that still a continuous rep set. There was a couple reps at the top where I did like a micro rest to kind of reset my breath, but I wouldn't count that as non-continuous. Now, that last rep I got right there, that was my last rep I was gonna be able to do in a continuous manner, which is why I ended the set. So, I talked about last week avoiding doing widowmakers and sets like that. So, I could have rested at the top for 2 or 3 seconds, got another 2 reps, rested at the top 2 or 3 seconds, got another couple reps. I kind of kept repeating that, which is something I do in the off season, or get into the habit of, at least in the off season when I'm really just turned up. But like I said, last time I found that when I was doing that in prep, it was just digging me into like a crazy fatigue hole because you don't have the recovery capacity for that. So I'm very satisfied at that set, and that's how I'm gonna regulate my sets for the rest of this prep. keeping everything continuous. And then that way, it's way easier to keep track of the logbook and see, like, am I making progress? Is, are numbers maintaining? Or am I kind of losing numbers a little bit, losing strength? Eventually I will lose strength at some point, but for now, everything is continuing to progress upwards with this style that I'm doing. So I'm just gonna continue it till the end of prep, like I said. So rest a couple minutes here, and then I'll go into my second set, which is gonna be the same weight. All right, guys, time for the second set here. Gonna go with 5 plates again, like I said. 15 to 25 rep range is what I'm looking for. I'll probably be on the bottom end of that, to be honest, but if I'm on the bottom end of that, like I said, that still makes progress on what I did last week, because last week was 4 1/4 for that first set, and then 5 plates for the second set, and I got 17. So realistically, I'm probably thinking 15 to 18 rep range here, but if I got more in there, obviously I'm gonna take that. Oh my God. Oh, okay. So beat what I did last week, and all those reps I would consider continuous. Oh my God, that hurts. So a lot of progress here today. I'm gonna take these weights all off, go over to the pendulum, and I'll see you guys over there. All right, so going into my set of pendulum squat, it's only one set here, so I really have to make sure that this counts. Warm-ups were feeling pretty good. Last week I did 3 plates, so this week I'm gonna try to up the weight a little bit, see if I can match reps. So I got 3 plates and a 10 on here. Gonna go into this working set and see what I can do. Come on, one more. Oh. Motherfucker. Fucking bitch. Didn't put the stopper high enough there, so almost blew my fucking knees out. So that is something I'll pay attention to next time. It just gets really hard in that that mid-range. The weight just increases like crazy. So I will keep that in mind and put the stopper up a little bit higher next time. So 8 reps here. Can't remember what I got last week. I think I got 8 or 9. So I'll keep this weight the same going into next week and see what I can do there. But unrack this and then go over to adductor. All right, so I'm going into first set of adductors right here. I'm doing the stack plus a 10
Rep range is 8 to 12 here, so I think I'll be able to get 2 sets with this. Last time I only got 1 set, but we'll see how the first set goes. That'll determine how the second set goes. I'm only gonna film my top set here just because adductors is, I mean, it's boring. All these exercises are boring, to be honest, but this is the most boring of them. So I'll show you my top set. My other 2 sets are gonna look exactly like that, just with less weight. So let's see what I can get here. Okay, all right, so that's a good set right there. Always make sure that I control that negative on the last rep. Talked about that before. So I'd count this as like 11 and a half really, because I did help myself to finish the 12th rep, but I know for sure that I'll be able to get 8 reps on my next set. So I will keep the weight here, and then on my last set, I will drop the weight. I'm gonna end the video right here. If you guys made it this far, as always, I appreciate it. I really appreciate the support, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.